it's recording?
It's recording.
So a lot has happened over the past week.
A lot has.
You want to start off with the...
Results of which one, NFL or our league?
I feel like you should do our league first. And
Okay. So despite being the favorite to win, I lost by less than 8 points. It was like 7.5, which is not terrible. It's not a huge deficit.
I had 100. It was 146.48 to 138.94, and we placed a bet who would win, and I won. So
yeah,
it was up $10. So it wasn't as big of a bet, but
so our kickers did even. He chose the Patriots, and that got him 12, which is double what the Colts did. I took a huge bet on the Colts because I'm a big Colts guy, and they did not show up this past week, so probably going to bench them this week. And then, yeah, you had some people just really pop off. Russell Wilson had an amazing game against Atlanta, which I didn't expect. And Josh Jacobs popped off. I think he was the highest scoring one of the week. I'm not sure. And you also had DK Metcalf, who did really well. James Conner did shit for you, and so did Michael Thomas, but he got injured, so that's understandable. Yeah, you had good luck there. T.Y. Hilton just got guarded, and then he dropped 2 balls for me, so that sucked. Christian McCaffrey could have done better if their new coach just gave him the ball more, but they didn't, and that's why they lost that game. Mahomes kind of didn't do as well, even though he led the team to a win. I think they were just depending on their new running back for that first week against Houston.
Well, I mean, the thing is that Christian McCaffrey scoring 28 points, that's, crazy as a normal thing. But,
Right. The thing is, he could have done more.
Yeah.
He was still given less.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
But, Josh, that just shows that, how much McCaffrey is overpowered in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, George Kittle got injured in the first half. In the first half alone, he got 9.3 points, though. So that could have been an 18-point game for him, assuming he did just as well in the second half. So that's unfortunate.
And Michael Thomas also got injured. He's out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I just had to completely, revamp my line for this coming week. But, yeah.
Right, yeah. So this week after Monday, we were able to enter into free agency and see, who to pick up. I actually did. I picked up AJ Green and dropped Tyler Boyd. People were saying Tyler Boyd would edge it out over him for being the best receiver on the team, but it's looking like Joe Burrow is heavily favoring AJ Green, so I picked him up. And I'm actually starting him for next week. And then I also got Hines, the third string running back for the Colts, because even though they're a unit type running team, Marlon Mack got injured and is out for the whole year. So the ball's going to be split between Hines and a rookie, who I also have, Jonathan Taylor. So, I'll be keeping close watch on both of them to see who stands out over the other.
I didn't pick up anyone new, but for this week I've changed a lot, and I'm looking out to ship Zach Ertz because he didn't play as well. I'm waiting one more week to see how he actually plays.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to ditch him after 1 week because you can't tell after 1 week. But
yeah, those, especially this year, this is a weird first week. Preseason, no preseason. So results are definitely going to shift a lot later on, I would say.
Yeah, and then so depending on how Zach Ertz performs the next coming weeks, I'm going to ship him off and get some couple other guys because Michael Thomas, he's my top guy and he's injured for several weeks. So my new starters is Matt Ryan, Josh Jacobs. I still have to do some revamping, but James Conner, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Zach Ertz, DK Metcalf, Bucks, and Will Lutz. I still have some moving around to do. I'm actually going to switch Will Lutz with Matt Crosby right now because Crosby's just a better kicker, but yeah.
So, other than our matchup, we had some fun matchups in the rest of our league. So, Diabetic Nation took on the favorite Esposito Fries. Before this week started, Esposito Fries was the only one to be slightly favored against their opponent. and it was absolutely right. She kind of washed him. Not as bad as the other matchup that we'll get to, but still, that's like what, a 20+ point deficit. Not the best showing from the Diabetic Nation, but Esposito Fries, who'd she have that popped up? Oh yeah, she put in Adam Thielen as flex. Not even a starter wide receiver for her, but Adam of Minnesota, 31 points, which is insane.
That's crazy.
Her defense got her 1 point, so that was like the one low point for her. And then Josh Allen popped off randomly, 28 points. Ezekiel Elliott did really well, 27.
Do you guys think I should trade?
Other than that,
Ezekiel?
Darren Waller got 10. That's pretty good. I feel like those results aren't going to be consistent for her though, so she has to watch out for that. Maybe she'll have good bench people to take care of that. Diabetic Nation had Lamar Jackson, had Derrick Henry, but they weren't able to carry him through. Oh, and DeAndre Hopkins. Like, he has a really good, like, stars, but the rest of his cast did not do well. He put in Brandon McManus because he's a Denver fan and also a Temple student, as is Brandon McManus, and he only put up 2 points for him. He also put in Rob Gronkowski, which I told him not to do, but he did it anyways as his flex. He only got him 3 points.
He should have put in Juju.
Yeah. Travis Kelce did just as projected with 17 points. Saints got 17 points. Insane. Well, Brady is part of the reason, but still, that's really good. That was probably one of the better defensive showings. And then next matchup, Compton Crip Drip. It was a 30-point deficit.
Okay, I play half lesbian thespians this week, and this is
It's scary. It's scary.
Like, all of her,
So Dak only got her 17, so her quarterback's not the scary part. Saquon Barkley underperformed, so that's not the scary part. The scary part was Devontae Adams, 41 points as a wide receiver.
41 freaking points. That's nuts. And then Julio Jones had her 24 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Clyde as well, 19.
I was going to trade for Julio Jones. That's what I was considering. But Calvin Ridley got more points than Julio Jones did. So should I really trade for Julio Jones? I don't think so. But
yeah,
Calvin Ridley got 31 points comparatively to 24. But I don't think that's going to happen every week. But
her underperformers didn't underperform too bad, whereas her overperformers just blew up. You know? And Bills defense had 10. They did really well against the Jets. Prater got 11 points. Matt Prater of Detroit. I really wanted that kicker.
So just like Compton Crip Drip's performers traded or just underperformed. Well, I mean, he didn't even underperform that much.
Ravens got 12. Mark Andrews got 22. It was Breeze only got 14. And a win for him, which is wild.
Drew Brees, never draft him because he's so inconsistent with fantasy. He would have games like this where he has 14. Every time I played him in FanDuel, he would always get me 9 points or 5 points, and I was just like, I'm never doing that again.
Alvin Kamara, though, got 23. Yeah. That was pretty good.
He has more of a supporting cast than anything, so he's not going to be getting a crap ton of points. Unless if it's a shootout. And then he has like a shootout where he could have like 50 points in a game, but he's just so like everywhere. It's too inconsistent to consistently put him in.
Mm-hmm. And then Sammy Watkins proved to be the better receiver between him and Hill, and Compton had Tyreek Hill, so that's where that went wrong. Mike Evans also barely got anything. He got, I think it was just a touchdown at the very end. Odell did not do well.
For some reason, Tom Brady still got like 20 points. I don't understand. Brady shouldn't be getting that many points for how he played.
It's a scary team, that's why.
Let's go over NFL results first.
So in the NFL, week 1, obviously the first kickoff game was Kansas City versus Houston. That was 34-20. We both predicted Kansas City. We both predicted Seattle over Atlanta, and that was actually like not that bad of a game for Atlanta, but it looked really bad for their defense at least because Russell Wilson just steamrolled them. I mean, Matt Ryan's offense did like pretty well. They put up 25, but it could not compare to how Russell Wilson was doing. So Buffalo did really well against the New York Jets. Were starting to pick it up towards the end, but it was just too late. Really close game between Detroit and Chicago. Detroit nearly had it, but their rookie running back DeAndre Swift dropped the ball. I feel really bad for him. I'm a big Detroit guy, so that was sad to see. Green Bay, Minnesota, also pretty close games that didn't look as close just because of how well Aaron Rodgers was doing.
That was a high scoring game. It was like 70 plus total points.
Yeah, 43 to 34 for Green Bay. And yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook didn't have like a bad game, and neither did Kirk Cousins. It was just, for some reason, Green Bay was going off on offense, even when people were saying Aaron Rodgers doesn't have enough weapons.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers, like I said, I think I said this last week, Aaron Rodgers will find a way.
Yeah, he always finds a way.
He always finds a way.
He's a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
Quote unquote Stephen A.
Oh, yeah, Stephen A. So then you got New England versus Miami. Cam Newton ran it in, took down Miami Dolphins 21-11.
I feel like everyone saw that one coming.
Yeah, Miami is not looking good, dude.
Yeah.
People are just going to start asking for Tua. It's going to be like a Tim Tebow situation. It's like, put in Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Put in Tua. And then we'll see. We'll see about that. Devontae Parker also got injured at the half. So they didn't have their star receiver active towards the end.
I mean, you can skip the next one if you want. We don't have to go over.
Philadelphia lost to Washington by 10.
I don't really want to talk about that.
We both got that wrong.
Eagles suck. Like, they blew a freaking 17-point lead. Like, how? How do you... But I don't even want to start ranting because I could rant for, like, a couple hours of how it was shouldn't have blown it. But, like, I think it's mostly our offensive line and Carson Wentz's bad decision-making that ended up losing it. Like, Carson Wentz didn't have that much time, but he was also making bad decisions with the interceptions he threw and some of the sacks. He should have just went down and took the sack and not tried to escape, because when he was trying to escape, he lost like 5-6 more yards than he should have.
Yeah.
And that could have ended up in points, aka the Jake Elliott field goal. But that's all I have to say on that.
So then you had Las Vegas's Josh Jacobs play Carolina's Christian McCaffrey, and at the end of the day, it came down to the coaches, who the Las Vegas coach said, "Let's keep running the ball. Josh Jacobs is doing well." Carolina coach said, "Christian McCaffrey, I'll put you on hold. Let's pass it. Give it to Teddy." Did not work out. Las Vegas ended up winning, and the new Carolina coach admits that he should have given Christian McCaffrey the ball. So that's
Josh Jacobs is a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm. If they just gave Christian the ball, then it would have been fine. But Christian would have looked like the better running back at the end of the day. But nope. So then you had Indianapolis lose by 7 to Jaguars. Just terrible play by the defense. They were just so out of sync, especially the secondary. They made fucking Gardner Minshew look like Russell Wilson. He went 19 for 20 just because terrible coverage. And our defensive line didn't do terribly, but they were still like kind of had poor communication. And then Phillip Rivers threw 2 interceptions at the worst possible moment. And there's some really bad like illegal formation penalties when we needed it, like when we didn't need it the most. So yeah, just all around a lot going wrong, but I still believe in that team. They have a lot of great assets. So
yeah, the losing to not a good week for the Colts and the Eagles. The Eagles losing to the 31st ranked team, and then Colts losing to the 32nd ranked team.
Yeah, not good.
Oh wait, did I say
Indianapolis will bounce back?
Yeah, both teams will bounce back, but it was just no preseason. What are you gonna do?
Okay, Lamar Jackson just fucked Baker Mayfield's Cleveland Browns. Just 38-6, not even close. It was bad. That Ravens defense looks even better than before, which is scary. But we'll see. Oh, because Ravens and Chiefs will play week 3, so we'll definitely see which of the two powerhouses in the AFC will stick it out.
Yeah.
Keep their winning record, because I doubt Ravens or Chiefs will fall for the week 2 matchups, but we'll get to that. Then you get Chargers and Cincinnati. Joe Burrow,
I feel bad
so
for him.
close to having a first winning game, but
It was like his kicker missed like a 30-yarder. That's like, you lead your team up to at least tie the game, and then your kicker just disappoints you.
Still not the worst kicker of the week, and we'll get to that. Chargers defense also still looked really good. Their offense not as great, but they still managed to pull it out against the Bengals because, Bengals. New Orleans stuck it out against the Buccaneers, which everyone I think predicted that Saints would take them week 1. They're like, give them enough time for Buccaneers to really like start working together because there's a lot of new people on that team, but a lot of pieces to still get in place. But Brady just didn't have a good day.
Yeah, Brady, it's like his 3rd loss in a row and 3rd game where he has a pick 6. So Brady's not looking like himself. Maybe should he retire? Possibly.
Almost comparable to Phillip Rivers' performance, which is bad. So, except I don't know who got more yards, but Phillip Rivers still put up a lot of yards. Anyways, Arizona versus San Francisco. That's kind of shocked. This was his correct, shocking prediction that Arizona would beat the 49ers, and they did. Kyler Murray showed up. DeAndre Hopkins, most receptions in one game in his entire career. He does not miss Houston, I imagine.
I wasn't expecting Cardinals to actually beat the 49ers at all. That was just like a dummy.
George Kittle was out at half, by the way.
All right, so I'm just going to say my 3 bold predictions that I made for the season came true. I mean, I know it's only week 1. You can't really tell week 1.
What were the 3 bold ones?
It was, at least on pace that, the Cardinals would win their division.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Well, they won't, but okay.
Patriots will go 12-4, and I forget the other one that was bold. But at week 1 means shit as of now. But
Rams and Seahawks both had amazing games, whereas Cardinals just stuck it out against the 49ers. Yeah. So I still think not. New England played Miami, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you said Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay would.
Maybe. Give it time, but we'll see.
Tampa Bay would have
I think
losing record.
I'm interested to see Tampa Bay versus Falcons because I'm really not sure who'd win that. But.
Yeah. It's way too soon to actually tell anything, but
for sure.
As of now, it's looking like, yeah.
So then Rams, just a field goal win over Dallas.
Thank God. Oh, my God. That was so nerve-wracking.
That was a good game.
Amari Cooper is what won me fantasy because, I was rooting for Cooper to get the ball, but against Dallas, so it was kind of hard. But they pulled through.
Came down to a bad call on an offensive pass interference, which people are seemingly agreeing that it shouldn't have been a penalty, but who knows if he would actually have ended.
Finally, the refs went the other way with the Cowboys. They always seem like they're going for the Cowboys 24/7, except for that one call way back when Dez Bryant had the catch in the playoff game. Yeah. That should have been a catch. You know what I'm talking about for Green Bay, but those are the only 2 that come to mind.
Cowboys defense wasn't looking that great either. Jared Goff was able to just immediately throw because they lost Todd Gurley, so their running game isn't as good anymore. Jared Goff was able to just throw to whatever receiver as soon as possible, and it managed to get them down the field. So Dallas has to step up in a similar way that the Colts have to. Pittsburgh beat the Giants. It was Ben Roethlisberger's big debut.
He really impressed me. The Steelers weren't looking that good in the first half, but they pulled through during the second half. It was a really close game through most of the first half, but then the Steelers just took control and finally pulled through and beat them comfortably. That
Steelers defense looks brutal, man. Oh, my God.
Holding Barkley to -6 yards, that's nuts. If you can hold one of the best, if not the best, running back in the league as of now to only -6 yards, then you're doing something correct because that was just freaking brutal.
And then what should have been a blowout between the Titans versus Broncos, just if the field goals were made, ended up not being a blowout. Broncos nearly held it out against the Titans, but it came down to a made field goal. At the very end, finally, he got his redemption. That was just a really sad game for that guy.
It was 3 missed field goals and 1 missed extra point. Now, granted, one of them was blocked.
One of the most blocked.
And they were like 40-yarders, which is like it should be makeable. I mean, I get if you miss one of them.
He's a veteran Super Bowl kicker though.
Yeah, but he should have made all of them. And he's he's been in this league way too long to miss that many. I almost felt bad for him. I say
no.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I hate the Titans.
Yeah, if he missed the last one, I feel like they would have just cut him after this game. But since he made the game-winning field goal, I feel like they're going to test him out a couple more games, see what happens. But I wouldn't keep him for much longer if he keeps performing like he did.
Dude, the Colts' new kicker, he missed a field goal, but it like hit the post,
Yeah.
and they signed a kicker to the practice squad.
Really?
I think it's just to like, give more motivation to Rodrigo.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if you just miss one, like, your career's on the line, it seems, for kickers. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jake Elliott missed a 54-yarder during the football team's game, which he should have made. His range is at least 61 yards because he made a 61-yarder to begin his career against the Giants.
Wild. And
he just was short. It was on target. It was like dead set in the middle. He just didn't have enough range, which was confusing.
All right, so that's that. And then we can go on to our actual leagues. Next matchups. I play Esposito Fries. As of right now, it looks like she's projected to win. She has a 51% projection over me. This is probably the tightest game projected of all of us.
I have to watch an ad before I can actually.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But I think I can pull through. I have faith. I think Mahomes will do better. I think Chargers will hold the running back to less yards than Houston did, and then Mahomes will be able to pass more and get more points. Jonathan Taylor, I think, is gonna have a blowout game, or just really good game, as he's now the new starter for the Colts running team. I think AJ Green will do well against the Browns. Hopefully Kittle will recover and then play the Jets and destroy them. Steelers defense against Denver, I'm pretty confident about that. Yeah. I think I'm looking good, but she also has like Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Chris Godwin.
I mean, I feel like I have McCaffrey over Elliott but Cook over Taylor as of now, but Taylor could be a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, he's a rookie. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have a Clyde type game.
Yeah.
And then Chris Godwin's also questionable, so maybe she'll have to switch that out.
Yeah,
so is her other wide receiver. Ooh.
I'll take Godwin over Lockett, but Green over Moore, and then Kittle over Waller. And then, yeah.
If healthy.
Yeah.
Gurley Johnson, though, that's interesting because Johnson's playing Baltimore while Gurley's only playing Dallas. So
yeah. We'll
see. Steelers and 49ers defenses both are pretty even. Kickers, like, who really knows? Then, oh, gosh. Wait, what? Oh, Trey doesn't have someone in the running back spot there.
That's weird.
So, as of right now, it says 57% projected for Brendan, but Diabetic Nation doesn't even have a running back in one of his spots.
I think he just picked up Melvin Gordon.
He'll probably put Melvin Gordon in there. Okay.
So, that's why it was empty, because I think he got rid of Montgomery. Yeah, he got rid of Montgomery, and he picked up Gordon, so I think he just forgot to put it back in the actual...
Listen, Trey has a great chance. Derrick Henry is going to be playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville's secondary is pretty good, but their defensive line, I have no faith in. Like, Derrick Henry's going to have a field day there. Lamar Jackson against Houston. I think Lamar Jackson might have a good time there. We'll see. DeAndre Hopkins versus Washington. Juju against his own team, Denver. Kelsey versus Chargers, maybe. I'm not too sure. Saints defense versus Las Vegas, I have faith in that. And then maybe if he trades his kickers, maybe it'll be better. But still, I think Trey has a great chance there. Just looking at the actual players and their matchups, I think this is Trey's moment.
Yeah, it says that Brendan or Compton Crip Trip has a 57% chance of winning, but that's only because Trey doesn't actually have a running back in, but if he places a running back in, then that percentage is going to be more even.
Yeah, probably more even. And right now, Brendan has Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans, which, like, sure. But the way I'm seeing it with Clyde in the mix now, I don't think receivers for Kansas City are going to like have blow up games in the same way that Mike Evans would have, like last year, or Tyreek Hill did last year. Mike Evans, like maybe he'll get lucky and just get all the passes, but like I feel like when you're on a team that has so many great receivers, is almost like not
you
a
share
good
the
thing.
reps
Yeah,
a lot. I mean,
but also means that the secondary has to spread out more. So like, you could go either way.
I can see where one player could have a massive game, but it'll be too inconsistent to tell. You almost have to have both of the wide receivers to really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just like I have both of the Eagles tight ends, but
I have both Colts running backs right now.
all right. So
and then Odell hasn't been looking that great. We'll see. I mean, he's going against Cincinnati, so maybe it'll look better.
But I just feel like he doesn't get that many reps in general, so I don't really.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara do though. That could carry it. And then you against half lesbians. Lesbians right now
That's scary.
56% in favor of half lesbians.
56%. That's like the most wipeout between anyone.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Dak Prescott, Saquon Barkley, Kenyon Drake, Devontae Adams, Julio Jones, Tyler Higbee, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Bills defense, and Matt Prater at kicker. That is a good team.
Scary.
And then,
That's scary.
dude, her fucking backups are good too.
Yeah.
She has Kyler Murray, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Allen Robinson.
I'm so freaking scared to go up against her. It's not even like funny at this point. Like, I was scared to go up against Titus, but like.
And all of them are healthy. She has no injuries.
She's gonna be a dominant force in this league. Like, I don't even know. Like, James Conner is injured. Michael Thomas is out for several weeks. Miles Sanders is questionable. Like, who the fuck do I pick up?
Yeah, she's the favorite to win right now. The whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm in second.
And I'm in fifth. I didn't even after beating.
You're actually in sixth now.
Or I'm in sixth. How did I go to the sixth?
I guess after Diabetic Nation picked up Melvin Gordon.
So you're telling me that I beat the number 2 player in this league and I end up going back one? How does that make any sense? I don't understand.
It was a Jaguars Washington day for you.
Okay, continue my rant.
Yeah.
But like I don't know what to do because I need to trade for someone.
Trade.
But like I don't want to get rid of. Okay, so here's my thought process.
Trade Michael Thomas now that he's injured.
Yeah, but like, what if he starts popping off at the end of the year?
Exactly, it's a risk. All trades are going to be risks.
Yeah, but like, I'm going to trade Zach Ertz after this week. If he underperforms again, I'm going to trade him because like.
Actually, not all trades have to be risks. So like, if you have, let's say you have really good receivers, but running backs.
Yeah.
As a whole, and then someone else has really good running backs, but receivers, then you could trade in order to make it, both even. Like, it's a win-win situation,
Yeah. So what if I trade for Saquon?
You could.
Because Saquon's not going to have back-to-back bad games. If I nab...
Take Saquon and give her Ridley, because she'll look at Ridley's stats from last week and be like, oh.
Yeah, but like I don't want to get rid of Ridley because of Matt Ryan.
Who would you get rid of?
Zach Ertz. Because like
dude, you could definitely get Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook is on
Esposito Fries, because she would definitely take Ertz.
Yeah, and then like I think I might do that. Goddard, I have enough faith in him to get at least 10 points a game. But I don't know about Zach Ertz. But like I don't want to trade Zach Ertz like right now because it's only been one game.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it yet. Wait another week. Wait another week. See what happens.
But like I need to do a trade soon.
Yeah.
Before this Sunday comes around.
All right, time for week 2 predictions. So I actually made a spreadsheet for all our predictions so we can keep track. So overall, from last week, I'm 10-6 in predictions. Caleb's 12-4. Looking pretty good. But now that I've seen how week 1 plays out, I think I'm more confident in my week 2 predictions. So let's go.
All right, let's go.
Thursday's matchup.
Bengals
versus Browns.
The way that the Bengals played against the Chargers gives me confidence. And then Bengals are going to win this one, I feel.
I also agree. I think Bengals will not go 0-2 because I'd be really sad if they like losing seasons 2 years in a row. They
Yeah.
probably will have a losing season, but like not as bad as last year. I'm sure Joe Burrow will
Bounce back.
bounce back. People said he had a great debut, but he called it a D.
Ooh.
He graded himself a D.
Dang, that's tough.
So he's going to be tough on himself and bounce back. So
Wait.
I'm going Cincinnati
Wait,
in the Ohio matchup.
Can we take a little side note real quick?
Yes, I
Well,
know.
what would you trade for? Like, what would I have to give you for AJ Green?
Oh, you want AJ?
Yeah.
Why do you want AJ?
You're like, what? What, like, out of my team, what do you want?
Dude, I just picked up AJ.
I
You can
know.
go get Tyler Boyd if you want.
I don't want Tyler Boyd.
Listen, you're going to have to give me a couple weeks to think about AJ Green, but I'm keeping AJ Green for this first week.
What if I give you Michael Thomas, Russell Wilson?
And Russ? Oh.
All right, okay. We can continue the predictions. Just out of
No, not this week. It would have to be next week.
Yeah, I just wanted to plant that seed in your head.
Yeah, but you don't want... I'm telling you, it's not going to happen this week.
Okay.
So...
All right, so Giants, Bears. I have the Bears. Giants aren't looking strong. I know they're going to bound to win at least 1 or 2 games.
Plus, the Bears' defense looks good.
Yeah. The Giants looked really good against the Steelers. That threw me off guard of how well they played against the Steelers. So they might have a chance. Daniel Jones. They have a couple good, decent wide receivers. Their defense is really good.
I think Bears will go 2-0. That would be an interesting thing to see. Bears go 2-0, Giants go 0-2. Yeah, I'm going to put Bears. What about you?
I'm going to put Bears, too.
There you go. Dallas, Atlanta.
I want to say Atlanta. Look, you're not going to catch me lacking against the Cowboys. But,
this is really interesting because these are two powerhouse offenses and both defenses are lacking.
Yeah, that's why I put in Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley and then have Amari Cooper too.
I don't even know, man. I'm going to put ATL because I'm a big Atlanta guy and I don't like Dallas. So
yeah, I'm going to go with the Falcons on this one.
I'm going to be cheering for Atlanta, baby. And then Green Bay versus Detroit. I mean, even though I'm a Detroit guy, I have to go with Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Green Bay too. That's
so far, these first 4 were in agreement.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Jacksonville, what do you think?
There's bound to be an upset, but
this is not it. This is not it.
Even after how well the Jaguars played against the Colts.
They didn't even play well. The Colts just played bad.
All right, I'm gonna pick the Titans. I don't know, because
no, it's gonna be Titans. I'm putting Titans.
All right, I'm gonna put Titans too.
No way, Gardner Minshew against that defense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All
They
right.
picked up Jadeveon now. It's over. I'm putting Colts versus Minnesota. I am not going to give up on the Colts yet. If they lose this one and then lose to the Jets, then I'm giving up on them. But as of right now, I'm still with Indianapolis. They just look too good, on paper.
How mad? If I pick the Vikings,
I
would
don't
you be
care.
mad at?
No,
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
don't
pick the Vikings.
I want you to pick Minnesota. That way we're not always agreeing.
Yeah.
But also, it gives me more excitement for
Yeah.
when the Indianapolis fucking destroys Minnesota.
So you can rub it in my face.
Yeah.
I want you to rub that in my face because that's a good
Mhm.
feeling. I'm gonna give you that satisfaction because I love that feeling so much. All right, Bills, Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Bills. The Bills are looking scary.
Yeah, Bills. I mean, these matchups are looking pretty obvious as of right now.
Yeah. 49ers, Jets, 49ers.
Yeah.
These are they're not even
Oh,
close.
Rams, Eagles. What do you think?
Every week, it's just going to be me against the Cowboys and then me rooting for the Eagles every single week. Because, I can't root against the Eagles. But,
Rams look too good. I have to go Rams.
yeah, but I'm going to have to go with the Eagles on this one. Just because they're my team.
Of course.
And I feel confident that it's going to be at least a close game and we can have some luck on our side. But the way that Washington destroyed our offensive line, it just scares me to face the Rams' offensive line because you got Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. Oh, yeah.
Even that guy alone is going to be scary. You have to double team him. Lane Johnson is actually going to be able to play this week, which gives me a lot of confidence for that line. But that line is so decimated with injuries. They're one of the best offensive lines in the league when healthy, but as of now, they're bottom tier. Like, they let up 8 sacks. I'm scared for that.
I'm scared.
for the I'm scared for Wentz's like health. Like, I'm just scared for that matchup as of now. Their defensive line versus our offensive line is going to be a train wreck, I feel. But I'm going to have to go with Philly.
All right, then you got Pittsburgh versus Denver. I'm going Pittsburgh because we saw them both Monday night.
Yeah.
One definitely looked better than the other, and it was Pittsburgh. So
Pittsburgh
defense looks.
I'm going to go with. This is another close one. I'm going to go with the Steelers again. I might change my mind by the end of that.
All right, really? You think Denver could pull it out against Pittsburgh?
Maybe I
don't think so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trey, but I don't think so.
All right, Panthers, Bucks. I'm going to go with the
Bucks. I'm going Bucks.
Just to be different, because like we've said
Just to be different, but do you actually believe Teddy Bridgewater will lead Carolina to a victory against the Bucks when they couldn't even pull it out against Las Vegas?
I'm going to say the Panthers. I'm going to say Panthers. Because, look, I know this might be a tough decision right now, but I'm not just doing it for the sake to be different, but, like, the Panthers, they messed up. They're going to use McCaffrey. Christian. I'm just going to say Christian because I can't pronounce his last name. But they're going to use him more. I feel confident. The Bucks they're struggling. If they
against Saints though, like whatever.
Yeah.
They were struggling against Saints. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, Washington Cardinals. Who you got?
Arizona.
Yeah.
I want to see Arizona just popping off.
Arizona.
They would go 2-0 after this.
Arizona all the way.
That's scary. That momentum that is building in Arizona. Chargers versus Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Easy
money.
Easy.
Another easy one. Ravens, Texans.
Let's go Ravens. Because I really want to see them, both Chiefs and Baltimore, be 2-0 and then meet up in week 3 and just fucking slash it out. Just fucking.
That'll be the game to watch. That's probably the game of the week.
Okay, here's a big one. Seattle, New England.
This is the closest one yet, I feel.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be Seattle blowout.
Blowout?
I think it's going to be a Seattle blowout. I feel like people are putting way too much, I don't know, like, appreciation on New England when it was just against the Dolphins. I think it's going to be a blowout for Seattle.
Should I put Russ in instead of Matt Ryan for this game? What do you think?
I don't know. Matt Ryan plays who again?
Dallas?
Oof. I don't know. Because, like, obviously Seattle defense is going to be scary. I mean, no. New England defense is going to be scary.
But are they scary enough to stop Russ?
I think Russ has all the weapons right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have their wide receiver, so he might get me a few points. So, all right. So I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one.
You really think Cam Newton's going to be able to pull it off?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I have no faith in Cam Newton at all.
You hate him too.
Of course I do.
All right. Yeah. You want to rant about that or just move on?
I have no need to rant about that. This is just said and done. It'll be a blowout. Can't wait for Sunday night. Las Vegas versus New Orleans on Monday night, though. Yeah, I'm going Saints. Las Vegas did look... They were putting up a lot of points, but I can't imagine they'd put up a lot of points against the Saints defense. And then, I don't know, just like... Vegas was letting a lot of points from McCaffrey, and with New Orleans having Kamara and then Drew Brees with all his weapons. Well, Michael Thomas is going to be out, so I don't know. But still, Saints. It might be closer than we think, though. Who knows? All right, those are our picks, like them or not. And now finally, our last little bit. We're going to make predictions for the NFL awards. I've already written mine down.
I have a baseline of what I want to happen.
I just need to put Caleb's in, but I'll go over each of mine. So I actually allowed on here for our actual pick, and then also like an alternative or like stretch. Like we wouldn't be surprised if they win, or like we're just making like a shot into the dark at who it could be, just like for fun. Okay. But like it won't actually count, but it's just like fun to write down just in case somehow they do one, or just like they do in general.
Yeah. All right. So MVP, you can go first.
I put Russell Wilson.
I know what my stretch is going to be, but
What's your stretch, first of all? I mean, I didn't put an actual stretch. I just put Mahomes as backup because Wilson may be more of a stretch this year, but I still think Wilson can do it.
I feel like it's a stretch is Christian McCaffrey,
Oh,
a running back.
a running back MVP.
Yeah, that like never happens in this league.
It's
but,
true.
But I'm going to say Patrick Mahomes as my MVP again. I feel like he's just going to go off again.
Okay, so my analysis is that last year, I would actually say Russell Wilson was the favorite up until like week 8, maybe week 9, when Lamar Jackson really started steamrolling. But Russell Wilson, he was having great games. Like, people were scared of that man. He was like the favorite for a lot of the season last season. And I think he could do it again. I think he even has a harder schedule this year now that the Arizona is starting to come up and Rams are going to revive after a not as great of a performance last year. I just feel like this is Russell's season to be MVP. I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl necessarily, but I think Russell Wilson in particular is going to have a standout season this year.
I agree with that a lot. I was between Patty and Russell, but I feel like Patty has a more of a supporting cast where he doesn't have to stress about making tough decisions as much, and he was going to be able to come down the stretch and get stats and stuff.
Okay. What about Lamar? We don't think Lamar is going to have a repeat?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so either. I think he's a one and done. Not one and done, but like as far as MVP contention goes, one and done. Yeah. Like he'll still be dominant for a while, but not MVP contention again.
Yeah.
Okay. And offensive player of the year, this is maybe more of a stretch, but it's my actual pick. I think DeAndre Hopkins.
I can see that. He had a huge game, 14 receptions already.
His most amount of receptions. The only problem was he didn't get any touchdowns. So we'll have to see how he performs in the red zone. But still, I think I can definitely see Murray to Hopkins being just such a like dominant force. Oh man, I think Hopkins will be like the Michael Thomas of this year.
Yeah.
Now that Michael Thomas is also like out for several weeks, that's going to make his stock plummet. As far as offensive player contention goes, I can still see it being Christian McCaffrey, but I don't know. I feel like now that they have Teddy Bridgewater, the coach is going to start taking a lot more stress off of McCaffrey, and then he's not going to get as many stats, as evident from this past game. Yeah. We'll see how they adapt after that. Maybe they will start giving McCaffrey more of a load, but we'll see.
So my offensive player stretch is going to be Josh Jacobs.
Okay. He had a great game.
He had a big game, and I feel like he's going to be able to be dominant. I think, didn't he won Rookie of the Year last year?
Was he rookie? I don't even know.
He was a rookie last year, but I don't know. He won some award.
Boom, ba, ba, boom, boom, boom. So it was Kyler Murray.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Of
okay.
Course. I knew that. Yeah, it was Kyler Murray.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Saquon Barkley the year before.
I think Josh Jacobs was in contention for the Rookie of the Year because Miles Sanders was also in contention, and they were like going back and forth between Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders for a while. But my definite offensive player, that's a tough one. Mm-hmm. What do I say, Cam Newton?
No, fuck that, dude. I mean, you put your alternate for MVP, Chris McCaffrey. You might as well make an offensive player.
I'm going to go with Devontae Adams.
Devontae. Ooh.
He had a huge game. I feel like that's another stretch, too, a little bit. But Devontae Adams, game, like, he's underrated.
Right.
And
it's just a matter of can he keep that same performance consistent.
I feel like he can with Aaron Rodgers because he's the only weapon for Aaron Rodgers. And
then you got Defensive Player of the Year. I think it's going to be Aaron Donald again. I could see Stephon Gilmore getting it, but I think Aaron Donald's going to get it again. They might as well name the Defensive Player trophy after him.
All right, the stretch? Fuck, what is his name? Darius Slay.
Oh, Darius Slay.
Yeah, for the Eagles. He didn't allow any receptions during the Washington game, and I don't know. I just feel like it would be cool to see an Eagle actually win an award, but
Okay.
So for I'm drawing a blank on defensive players. What are defensive players even? Oh wait, oh no. Okay. TJ Watt.
TJ?
TJ.
Not JJ, but TJ.
TJ.
Yeah, he was looking good.
Yeah.
He was looking good. There you go. All right, offensive rookie of the year. I put Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He just looked so good.
I'm going to put Jerry Judy for that. But yeah, Clyde Edwards, that running back looks freaking scary as hell.
My alternate is Jonathan Taylor. I wouldn't have had Marlon Mack not been injured because they're more of a unit, and so Jonathan Taylor wouldn't have like gotten as many carries as much as Clyde would. So obviously it would go to Clyde. But now that Jonathan Taylor's going to get the lion's share of the carries with the Colts, I think he could pop off because he was like, man, I don't know exactly what number running back he was, but Clyde was like the first taken running back. So I think Jonathan Taylor was number 2 or number 3 or something like that. So yeah, it's going to be between those two if Hines doesn't end up getting it as much. We'll see. And then
my
what's your
alt
strat?
is Jalen Reagor for the Eagles.
Jalen.
Like, he only had one catch for the Redskins, but he almost had another one, and it was a bomb. So the first catch he had, it was a 55-yarder, and he's just so fast, and he has such good hands. But he almost had another bomb. It was just overthrown by Carson Wentz, which I'm so pissed at, because Jalen Reagor would have had 2 receptions, over 100, 20 yards on a touchdown. That would have been insane for a rookie. So, he's just looking scary.
Yeah.
It's just Carson Wentz has to actually freaking be accurate with him, and he can pop off this year.
So, my first pick for Defensive Rookie of the Year is Patrick Queen. He was looking really good for Ravens this week. Obviously, the alternate one would be Chase Young. I think a lot of people are looking for Chase Young to be the Defensive Rookie of the Year, but I think Patrick Queen will look really good with the rest of the Ravens core. So, yeah.
I'm going to have to say Chase Young for this one.
Okay.
He looks scared. I mean, I can't really tell with the Eagles' offensive line of actually how well he did, but I'm pretty sure he had a sack in the game, and he just looked dominant. I don't really know rookie defensive linemen other than Patrick McQueen and Chase Young. So I'm just looking at the list of rookies. So I'm going to say Isaiah Simmons for
Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just looking at a list right now.
Okay.
I don't really know too many rookies.
I wasn't able to see a lot of the highlights of that Cardinals game, so I don't know if he did well or not. But I mean, hey, they held 49ers to 20. That's all right.
Yeah.
Good on them. Comeback player of the year. I'm putting Alex Smith.
Why?
Third string.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does, because he was out for 2 years, had to go through 15 surgeries or something, and just the fact that he's back in the NFL is a miracle. And a lot of other media outlets have been talking about it. It's sorry Ben Roethlisberger, but Alex Smith deserves it, that sort of thing. I think even though he actually won't be putting up numbers unless another miracle happens or something like that, which wouldn't be as much of a miracle as a tragedy that the other two would get injured or something. But still, I think it's just a really nice story if you're able to give that to comeback player of the year to Alex Smith.
I love that story so much. I've always been a fan of Alex Smith through when he played for the 49ers and the Redskins. He's just he's such a good quarterback. It's just his problem is that he's not able to finish games as well. But the amount of injuries and what he had to go through is freaking amazing. And if he actually got able to play a couple snaps at least, then I could see that. But he's not going to be able to play because he is a third string quarterback. I would say differently if he was actually playing and having snaps and throwing the ball. I would say Alex Smith, and because I feel like if he was actually playing, he would play really well.
Otherwise, I am going with Ben Roethlisberger, but
yeah,
still.
I'm waiting to say A.J. Green because I feel like with Joe Burrow and that duo, Joe Burrow is going to target A.J. Green because he's that big wide receiver and he's really good.
What's your alt?
My alt is probably Ben Roethlisberger. That's probably one of the most obvious answers, but he missed the entire year last year, but he just looked really, really good playing against the Giants, even though it is the Giants. But he looked good. He threw balls in positions.
Yeah, I'm
only-
proud of him for sure. Like, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I'd be happy if he got it, but I think Alex Smith deserves it a bit more.
Yeah, Alex Smith definitely deserves it more than anyone on this list that I'm looking at. It's just that he's not going to be able to play actual snaps.
Yeah, true. So, coach, I'm going with Andy Reid, mainly because that's the team I suspect has the best chance of going 16-0 out of, like, for a while now. Like, Ravens looked kind of dominant last year, but I think Chiefs even look scarier than last season's regular season Ravens. So, I mean, just the way that Reed and that whole organization were able to take that Super Bowl team and make them look somehow better, put them in position to become maybe even a dynasty. I think Andy Reid could definitely get it. My alternate is Frank Reich, just because I'm a Colts fan, and I think like just the way he also handled this offseason was really good. And if he can just get them to communicate better and work as a team, then this Colts team is going to be scary, but we'll have to see.
My coach is going to be Washington's coach.
What's his name, man?
He was the coach for the Panthers. I forget his name.
Boom, boom, bop. Boom, boom. That is not it. Washington football team coach. Ron Rivera, of course.
I'm
bad with names.
They good. Yeah, I am too. They looked really good. Against the Eagles, they came back from a 17-0 lead. All like me playing my Eagle fan being an Eagle fan aside, they looked really good. They were able to come back and just dominate. He has cancer and he had to take an IV during like halftime.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's just like crazy. Like if Washington actually is like a decent football team, I'm not even saying that they have to make it to the playoffs or anything. If they like are at least like 8-8, 9-7. I just feel like that would be the coach because of everything that he's going through, and he's an amazing coach. I loved him when he was on the Panthers, and just him going through cancer and everything while still coaching is just like an amazing story, backstory.
Okay, do you have an alternate?
And he's the Cardinals coach. No.
Oh, people do think
Cardinals coach, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bruce Arians, but then he's playing for the Bucks, or
It's like Cliff. Oh yeah, Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that guy.
Yeah, I could see that happening. All right, and so those are our picks. Boom, bada bing, and that's the show.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Peace out.
Love you.